Hello and welcome back to the channel. What have we here? Well, it's a 2.4 Defender and it actually came in this morning as a completely standard truck. So we power tested it as a standard car and it's actually made 135 horsepower, a little bit up from what we normally see, but happy enough with the data. 315 Newton meters of torque and 135 horsepower. So we're always looking at the top line there and the torque. So horsepower and torque. So if you ever look at these graphs, they actually tell you what RPM the peak torque is made at, and same with the horsepower and at what speed, as well as power at the wheels and the drag. So that's how much losses we have through the tyre, the transmission, etc. So, and you know, we have an environment station on the dyno as well. Not every dyno has this. We do. So take into consideration humidity, ambient pressure, and a few other little bits and pieces. So yep. So what we're here to do today is to upgrade this 2.4 to a stage 3. Yeah. So what's a stage 3? Well, I've been busy this morning. My knees are black, and yeah, I got my hands dirty today. So I've been fitting an Alive Ultimate Intercooler. I have fitted Alive silicone hoses, and I've fitted a catback exhaust system. So there we go. Look. So those are what we need, the bits we need for a 2.4 to be stage 3. So we're going to crack on with some power testing now. We've already applied the mapping, so I don't know what this is going to make yet. So we are obviously looking to beat this. I'm not going to say what numbers I think it should make. Let's get you guys to stick with us and see what it'll do. So Alive tuning, Defender 2.4 stage 3. So some of you that watch the channel might be thinking, I wish you'd shown us fitting an intercooler. Well, I've been against the clock today, so give me on that one. I have just been cracking on with the job. Just put some temperature into the engine, gearbox, and also some temperature into the tyre. So, in the background on the graph there, we've got what this produced as a standard truck this morning, and with all of the various bits and bobs, intercooler hoses and exhaust fitted, we're about to find out what this will make with the remap. There we go. Well, 165 horsepower and 440 Newton meters. Now, there's also a little bit of a wiggle on the transmission losses. How will that affect things if we lean that up? So, still 165. Boom on this. So yeah, huge gains in the torque. 120 Newton meters at this point here, 1800 RPM. Pretty big gain. So yeah, the 2.4 Defender is not known. We'll just close this window. So yeah, the 2.4 TD4 Defender is not known for making huge horsepower, but it is capable of making sort of 440, 450 Newton meters of torque. So that's not a bad run. Very, very clean on the exhaust as well. So that is what we're looking to do. But we'll do a few more runs. We'll make sure that the data looks good and that the vehicle's consistent in making its power as well. So we'll do a few more runs. Bear with. So run number 2, just to check for consistency. Horsepower on that run, a bit less torque, a bit more horsepower, so save that run and we'll go again. Looking at the data now, it looks, I can't see anything here. Right, so at the end of the mapping session, 167 horsepower and 437 Newton meters. It is mighty hot in here. It is very hot in here. So, right. So yeah, the gains themselves are very impressive. So if we just add the cursor to things and on the right hand side, so where the vehicle previously would be making 133 horsepower, now up to 167 horsepower. Again, when it used to be 307 newtons with 385. That said, it is not at peak torque. So we pull the cursor across to peak torque. We're now at 436. We have done a run where we saw 440 Newton meters, where previously sort of 312. At best, it made 315 Newton meters as a standard vehicle. So doing well. Huge gains, I think, around here. What have we got gain-wise? 150 Newton meters, is that right? My maths? Yep, about right, yeah. So 150 Newton meters at 1700 RPM. So 1700 RPM. What we're doing at 1700 RPM? We're on cruise, we're pulling out of a junction, we're accelerating. Probably one of the most important areas of the rev range, sort of between sort of, I don't know, 1500, maybe a bit below that, and to 3000. Your average Puma driver's not going to be revving it past 3. Most people might short shift it around 2. What we have got is a large, over, you know, around 1000 RPM of good strong torque before the torque falls off. So let's just go back to those graphs one more time. Cursor off, and I'm just going to remove the drag and the wheels power. So all we're looking at there is torque. So massive gains in the torque, and again, even bigger gains in the horsepower. We never revved it out as a standard vehicle because the power had already started to roll off with all of the data on there as well. So a huge, the blue graph, the blue line, if you're not sure what that is, it's power at the wheels, and the green is drag. So what losses the engine might have, the drivetrain might have over the engine. So a look at the engine bay again. Stock airbox with a stock filter as well. It is a stock air filter. I'm not going to touch the shield, but trust me, it's there. And the EGR is present as well. So that's right down there, sort of that area. Alive silicone boost hoses in place. Probably just about see the one right at the bottom there. Yeah, and then the ultimate intercooler. It is a fantastic piece of kit, but when they're fitted, if you've got an AC, if you have aircon, you can't see it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of you might know what an Alive ultimate intercooler looks like. If you want to know the prices or availability or what do they look like and what's the spec, alivetuning.com. Have a look on the website and you can find things like our exhaust systems. Very nicely made, really well finished. Some might say a bit too nice for a Defender, or not. Yeah, so stage 3 on a 2.4, they don't make massive horsepower, but what they do make is good, strong torque. Yeah. Right, so a little bit at the end of the video here, and the reason why this is being put in the end of the video is what do you get as well when you leave Alive. So we always present, if you've been in for a remap, you'll know power graph from before the mapping or before the work, whether it was already tuned or not, a power graph when the work has been done, and obviously a comparison and overlay. So we do print a comparison so you can see where the gains are if you can't figure it out on these, which you generally usually can. But if there are small differences, a race car for example, and we're fine tuning and it's not so obvious when we see these two graphs, we always do an overlay. So that's what you will get. This is, some customers say, is it worth having? Well, yeah, in my opinion, yeah, it's, it's piece of history for the car, proof of tuning, proof of how much power it makes, and proof of what? A reputable tuner on a reputable dyno, Maha. Yeah, making the best dyno equipment, and we run all Maha ramps, apart from one. We run all Maha ramps in the shop as well, so not to be a snob, but because it's bloody good stuff. Right then, that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you very much for sticking with us and watching this one. Bit shorter than usual, but let us know. Hey, comments as well, please. If you would leave us a comment, we will respond to you. Do you prefer the longer videos, the shorter videos? What style of videos are you preferring? We've got loads of stuff coming out in the near future. Features on our 90, our 110. Martin and I are still racing, of course. Still got quite a few races to do left of the year. I've got some very, very exciting news about what I am doing next year, racing wise, and there's also going to be a super vlog coming out because I'm going on a little car holiday with a bunch of lads real soon. So more on that in the future, but just a little walk around the shop as well whilst we're finishing up. Freelander just there, our 110, our 90, our truck cab. We're waiting for the wheels to come back on this one. My car's all prepared and ready. So this one, wheels been on with some Super Pro bushes today. Oh, put the camera where it's supposed to be. So wheels been on with some Super Pro bushes, and he's had some help from young Jack as well. Jack is new to the crew. I'll just turn the radio off. Off, please. Thank you. So yeah, Super Pro bushes have gone on this one. This one's got a comfort suspension kit as well, our comfort springs and our Bilstein dampers. I say ours, they are valved to our spec. We've got one of our heavy duty roll bars here yet to go on it. So it looks like we'll sort of mid job. And oh, what is this? I know the owner of this one watches the channel. And he's probably put a smile on his face seeing his truck on the ramp. So this one's going to be a vlog. I'm not going to give it away what we're doing with it. As you can see, it is already quite a modified truck with bushes and suspension. And yes, it is already a live tuned. So if you're guessing what it's in for, have you guessed wrong already? So it's essentially a 10p TD5. So what's it in for? Galv chassis as well, I've just spotted that. So yeah, cool looking truck. It's a customer that we do see quite a bit of him. He does stay in touch. And yes, I believe this one has been on the dyno. I've dynoed this one. So yeah. Right then, end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you appreciate these videos, don't be shy, give us a like and a share, and if you're not already subscribed, why aren't you subscribed? Because you're going to be missing all this content. So show me that these videos are worth it by giving us a like. So I'll see you next time. Cheerio.